There's this Facebook group that we have for beekeepers in our local area, and it's a site where other people can post on there and say, hey, I've got a swarm of bees, they're at my house, can you guys come and get them? And what happened about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, somebody put a post there, and it was the biggest swarm of bees I think I've ever seen. It was a massive swarm of bees, and I don't have anywhere to put them. I don't have any spare hive boxes. I've got a few hive traps, but they're only 5-frame traps, and this was a big bunch of bees. There was like enough there to put into its own hive straight away. And nobody was able to help them at the time. And I thought, well, I don't want to be in that position again when I've got that many bees there that are just there for the taking. I need to get a hive. So I went onto eBay and I bought a hive. And when it came, it was all flat packed, so I had to build it myself, which was quite a cool experience, to be honest. The 2 boxes were dead set easy to build. They're just all dovetails and they just all hammered together. But I've spent the whole bloody day building frames. So all these suckers out here, these are all the wax frames, and I've got over here a few plastic frames. So I've built all these up and put some plastic in some of them because we just couldn't get enough beeswax foundation, like these ones. And so I've built all those. There's 16 frames in total. Built all those this morning, put all the wax up, worked out a way that I could hook up a battery and hook it onto the wire after I've installed all the wire, and heat the wire up, and then it embeds the wax in there quite nicely. So it holds that wax in there nice and straight. These are the 2 boxes that I've built. I've finished painting those up. This is the base box, and it has a slide that goes in underneath there. So that there is the base. This is the roof. I've used, on the roof of these is metal. So I've painted this up with the same colour that's actually on my shipping container out there. It's a good enough colour. So I'm just waiting for all this to dry now, and then we've got a box done. On a side note, you may wonder, why do everyone paint their boxes white? And if you think it's for sun and for the temperature, at least here in Australia, you would be 100% correct. I'll just go to where the hives are here. It's not that warm yet, so I don't expect to be able to show it, but I did capture some footage yesterday of the flow hive. The bees in the flow hive were starting to beard up on the front. It was just too bloody hot, so what they tend to do is congregate at the front of the hive and flap their wings and basically air condition the hive. And the 2 Langstroth hives, the 2 white hives, didn't have any. Look at those bees. They are busy bees this morning. So yeah, because the flow hive is the natural wood colour and the other ones are white, I think these 2 here run a bit cooler than what this one does. Maybe we should have painted it white as well, but we wanted that natural look to the flow hive because it's such a unique thing. So when it came to painting this one, from my point of view, it was just a no-brainer. Paint it white, keep it... the bees regulate their temperature pretty well from what I understand inside the hive. So hence the beading, all the congregating at the front that you see on the hive when it's really hot. I just don't see it yet on the white ones, on the Langstroth hives. There's a drone bee hanging around here. I'm not sure if the camera will capture him or not. No, he's flown away. He's been sitting there most of the morning bothering me while I've been working on these things because I've got all this honey, well, the bee wax there, the foundation wax. It smells like honey, so the bees come in and kind of hang around it. I didn't have any of this yesterday. I didn't have any foundation wax, so I ended up going to Bendigo to the bee box span, or I think that's what it's called, Bee Boxes Bendigo, or Bendigo Bee Boxes, something like that. And I got some wax foundation from him. The other thing that I got whilst I was there was an ideal box, what's called an ideal box. It's half the size of the boxes that I have here. It's because they're not closing down, but they're turning to a click and collect system there. They're not making as much money as what they would like to, I guess, and I'm just got to make it a business decision to scale things down a little bit. And whilst I was there talking with him, I saw these ideal boxes there, which I'd only seen on YouTube. The guys in the UK and stuff, they use them. This is it. Like, these are the frames that go in it. They're like half the size. They're teeny tiny. And I thought, well, let's say there's a box there and 8 frames. I also got a metal queen excluder, which will go into the box I've just built because the one that came with it is plastic. not a huge fan of the plastic queen excluders. From what I understand, they break and they get brittle. And when I've pulled them out of the frames, out of the hives when I've been doing hive inspections, they get pretty flexible, and I'm just waiting for them to break. So I've got a metal one with this. The flow hive's actually got a plastic one as well. So I think I'll just keep the spare plastic one in case that does break, the one that's in the flow hive. Then I've got a spare to use initially while I wait to go get another metal one. So that's where we're up to now. These things here have just got to dry basically, and then the next swarm that I catch, I've got somewhere to put them, because before this today, I had nowhere.